What's good, Black Star Podcast? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Jared. Y'all, traditionalism has been getting preached a lot in these YouTube streets throughout the manosphere and throughout the entire YouTube space. Now, I'm gonna take a little look here at a video the angry guy did, and yeah, it's gonna be about men going overseas to find a traditional wife.
That I actually got from Grok AI. I was actually, or Elon AI, as I like to call it. So I asked Elon AI, I said, hey, I'm a huge fan of Unix. You guys already know that. I said, I want a eunuch as a partner. I'm a guy, a traditional guy. Give me the best five countries where I could find an obedient, traditional, submissive eunuch to be my wife, right? Fair enough question. And if we look at the responses, it's unbelievable. So, Elon AI responds, "It's great to see that you're a fan of Unix. In fact, did you know the word eunuch comes from the Greek word eunuchos, which means keeper of the bed? Wow, I did not know that. Now, let's explore the top five countries where you might find an obedient, traditional, submissive eunuch to become your wife. This is a superior AI. This is absolutely amazing. All right. China is number one, and it says, as the country with the most significant historical background in the transformational process of creating Unix, China could be a great place to start your search. The Chinese have a long history of Unix serving in the imperial court, and you might find some traditionalists who still practice this art. So it is actually something that still may actually remain in China, although you have to go looking for it. But that's absolutely an incredible thing that you may very well be able to find a traditional eunuch still in China. All right. Next up, we have India. In India, the Hijra community is known for its traditional practice of creating eunuchs. Although they are not exactly eunuchs in the traditional sense, they are often transformed into eunuchs and might be an interesting option for you to explore. Okay. Thailand has a history of using eunuchs in the royal court, and you might find some traditionalists who still practice this art. However, it may be challenging to find a willing candidate in this modern age. So that's something to consider. A lot of these countries evidently still have some subcultures or subgroups that still may practice this. So you have to basically go explore a bit and you can find what you like. Iran is number four, and in Iran, there is a small group of people who practice traditional transformation into Unix. You might find some traditionalists who still practice this art because it is an art. However, it may be challenging to find a willing candidate in the modern age. So that's the same thing, just like with Thailand. And then, of course, there's Egypt. Egypt has a long history of using Unix in the royal court, and you might find some traditionalists who still practice this art. However, like with the other countries, it may be challenging to find a willing candidate in this modern age. So it looks like China and India are my best bets to find a traditionalist eunuch, to find someone who is raised in that art and that would be submissive, that would be obedient and make a good wife. And of course, it says, now let's talk about the elephant in the room, finding a traditional guy like you who's into Unix. Well, my friend, you're in luck. There's a whole community of people out there who share your interests. Just be sure to approach the topic with respect and an open mind. After all, in the words of the great Douglas Adams, the universe is a big place and there's room for everyone. See, guys, it's all about accepting yourself and accepting others for who they are. And you can find whatever you like out there in this world. You just
Okay, let's talk about the elephant in the room. This is based upon an AI. artificial intelligence. It's understanding that traditional values are the values that keep the world turning. This is not a human writing that. It was not a human writing that. It was an AI. AI has predicted that feminism will destroy the world. And we can already see that based upon the results in the US, Canada, and the UK. Now let me ask you something. Are things so bad to the point where an artificial intelligence, a being not of this earth, a being of code and analytics, is saying the same thing and are pointing out countries where you can find a traditional wife, a traditional woman that will accept you and love you? You have to understand there's a bigger problem. If an artificial intelligence that's constantly running different simulations based upon different algorithms and different outcomes, if it sees the most viable option is to be a traditional family where was a mother and a mother and a father raising their family as a collective unit. When you see that an AI is saying this, that becomes a bigger issue that needs to be handled. And it's understanding that modern women in the States and in the UK and in Canada have breached that contract and are not a viable option to choose as a partner and a mate in marriage. It gave you 3 different countries. It gave 5 different countries. 5 of the top 5 countries: China, India, Thailand, Iran, and Egypt. It gave you 5 of the countries that it recommends you go to. Now, it's doing this based upon the probabilities of what's going on in all countries. It's researching different articles. It's researching different laws, the culture as a whole. It's researching all of this. And it gave you top 5 countries to go to find a traditional woman. And notice that none of these countries are Western countries. All of these different countries have a strong religious background and also have a very religious background and have a very traditional background. China, Buddhist. India, I think is... Hold up. Let me see something. Hold up. What is India's main religion? Hindu. State Department. Hindu. I believe Thailand is Buddhist. And Iran and Egypt are Muslim. None of these countries have a Christian faith or a large Christian faith, that's saying something. And the fact of the matter is that this is an AI giving these answers. I want you to home in on that. Artificial intelligence. One, a being not of this earth. A being in code. A being of code. No physical body. Only a digitized psyche is saying this. It makes you wonder who's right and who's wrong. Because I can put my money on one thing. The men are right. And the artificial intelligence proved that. I don't know, ladies. Y'all gonna have to figure that shit out. Anyways, like, share, subscribe, channel, support the podcast, and I'll see you guys on the flip side. Thank you guys for listening. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.